Hey YouTube, coming at you with the viewer submitted team from Kevin, and they say, I got first time veteran last Fossil Cup with this team where I felt Magcargo cracked a hole in the metal. Rock Tomb and Dynamic Punch have been buffed since then, and the team still performs well despite the counter and Razor Leafer nerfs. Magcargo has some more targets than ever with Tink, Corviknight, and the newly risen Bug Steels. Poly remains a solid safe swap that can handle most steel types wanting to dodge Magcargo, while Ludicolo punishes Magcargo's hard answer. Yep, so that would be like a Gastrodon. I spared you all the easy victories against 4 times weekly to join the battles. Okay, so let's take a look at the battles. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You probably stay in Magcargo in most scenarios. Leave if it's like a water or a ground. I would go into Poliwrath, and then maybe catch people off guard with the Razor Leafer in the back here. So Greninja, terrible lead. Throwing an Incinerate before finally leaving. Yeah, I would have definitely left as well. Tink comes in. Oh, no, sorry. Mawile. I saw Fairy Steel. I'm just like, I assume. But no, Mawile comes in. Have a Dynamic Punch. Do grab a shield. Could let this go and just take shield advantage. Unless you're worried about a second steal in the back. But going to let that go and come in immediately. Getting to a move just as they get to another move. What do they have? Fairy and something. Yeah, just a play rough, so that's fine. Gonna throw the Rock Tomb on the Greninja. Did not see a Water Shuriken go through, so this will do a good chip, and then it's gonna be an instant swap here. Getting a full Incinerate through as they threw the Hydro Cannon here. So you are at a move. They do make a catch on Carbink, but both of those are weak to grass, so instant swap, attack fall, Razor Leafer should just make its way through this matchup pretty easy. Obviously, Ludicolo, as you can see with the counts, you're barely ever going to get to one move. Probably don't need 2 on this Pokemon. Do survive a move though. Have a resisted Scald coming out, but that'll chip a Greninja, and then Razor Leafer obviously will just delete that at the ending here. Gastrodon, terrible lead. Gotta go Poliwrath. So Poliwrath in. They come with a Ferrothorn, and this is not bad at all. That going for the Dynamic Punch just to take this out. Could also go for an Icy Wind if you think they're going to try to flip switch here, knowing that it would lower their attack. But you can easily flip switch, and I am really surprised you're not trying to flip switch here. You'll have to comment below why you're not fighting for switch here in what should be a very easy switch win, where you could get your Ludicolo Razor Leafer on a Mud Boy, as opposed to kind of keeping this here, throwing the like why are you throwing a move at the Gastrodon when you have a Razor Leaf in the back? Luckily, it's just a Poliwrath in the back, so you'll Razor Leaf through this. Yeah, I don't know how you. It doesn't matter in the ending because they have 2 Pokemon weak to Razor Leaf, which is, I mean, I think Ludicolo is maybe the only Razor Leafer in this event, so you have the opportunity just to do that, but I think you fight for switch there. So speaking about the Razor Leafer on your Poliwrath, gonna get to Dynamic Punch. This may grab a shield. They don't. They let it go, which means you just flip. Surprised they did not fight harder, given that you have such a good matchup with Quagsire against Magcargo, but now you get the Razor Leafer on them. Man, all sorts of weird not fighting for switch when you should be in these last couple matchups here. And another Poliwrath, so just going to get to a Scald, thinking that you may need to get to a couple Rock Tombs here to take this out. I think it's, yeah, it's going to be close. Can you just Incinerate down? Maybe if they just go Icy Wind, probably not. It is just a Scald. Going to lower their attack. I figured that it was probably just Razor Leaf and resisted Incinerate range anyways, especially they had a shield, but they're going to let that go. Blastoise, terrible leads all over the place here. Staying in, taking super effective rollouts, don't know why. Making it, okay, I mean, you did catch a Hydro, so that kind of works out in the ending here. Just to be met with a Golisopod, so this is tough. X-Scissor and Aqua Jet are resisted, so that's positive. but all your moves are also resisted, so it's not like you have any sort of matchup here when they are running Shadow Claw. So that is neutral on you. This will be resisted. Does chip, but they're going to very easily get to another move here to take you out. I think you just have to, yeah, this is one you can't fight for. You just have to come. Magcargo. They could have a super effective Aqua Jet here, which will be double super effective. So yeah, going to commit the shield on a double super effective Aqua Jet. Are you going to dump a Rock Tomb? Yeah, I'm going to dump the Rock Tomb. Maybe they let it go and you can Razor Leaf snipe here. They do shield. Going for a second move, wanting to put pressure on that second shield or do not take him out, but do a good chip there. They do double shield just to be hit with the Ludicolo. Unfortunately for you, in the back is a Corviknight, which I think in the ending is okay. You can just come Magcargo and like you'll chip here with Scald, and then you can probably just Incinerate down and come out with a Rock Tomb for the Blastoise. Blastoise has a move. So I don't think that you can, and if they get to, yeah, aggressive farm down here, they're going to have at least one move. Denied the Incinerate. You have to let the move go because the Blastoise is loaded. Payback a ton. Come in and just get to a charge move. You have to shield this one. Yeah, this is tough. And they have a second move. That was essentially like hard counters. So there's not a ton you could do there. Like, I don't think you really played it wrong anyway. It's just there's nothing you could do. Jellicent, man, not only did you just take out all the easy leads, you are just leaving me with all the hard ones here. And obviously Stain, so you got a shield because Surf is double super effective on rock and fire, but Stain in this matchup because it's not like Poliwrath can do anything here either, and you really don't want to come into a Razor Leafer right away. So do chip with the Rock Tomb and then coming in and just going to basically sacrifice Poliwrath here. Shadow Ball does land. They do give up switch into a Azumarill, which is a tough answer again for you. Bubble is resisted, so they have to go Player Off, opting to lower their attack with Icy Wind. At this point, you let it go, and you have to just come Ludicolo and see what their last Pokemon is. Maybe they're triple weak to grass, who knows. So they'll throw a Player Off, that's fine. Nope, they throw, oh yeah, I guess Ice Beam is neutral because you're half grass. And out comes an Excadrill. Why would they give up switch there? I mean, they have Drill Run, which is super effective. Scorching Sands at that. Obviously take them down. They do have two shields, but you have almost two moves here. So getting to the Rock Tomb, they let this go, which means that now they're going to leave their Jellicent with no ability to reset this Rock Tomb. I know they're going to try and double shield this, but the Incinerates are adding pressure. Here comes a second Rock Tomb, which will load the attack times 2, which they can't reset. And they're not going to be able to Hex down here and get the snipe. What a weird play. Okay, Ferrothorn. Hey, look at that fantastic lead. So they'll get out into something. That something is a Poliwrath. Immediately met with a Ludicolo. We know Dynamic Punch would put you within the red and lose switch here. It is just an Icy Wind, which is neutral. Should be able to Razor Leaf down at this point. So able to Razor Leaf down. Have an Ice Beam, which will hit neutral on Ferrothorn. So hit neutral and still have alignment with your fire. Good combo. Power Whip is still neutral on you because you are half rock, but landing 2 Incinerates there is obviously huge. Power Whip does take you to the yellow. What's in the back? Gastrodon. So that is just a body slam because that was very fast. So you can let this first one go, but they will probably just go straight Mud Slap body slam, and you're gonna have to shield up the next one anyways. And if that's the case, you might as well shield up the first one because you're going to now lower their attack. Yeah, so it's one of those, it's like, I know your thought process. Your thought process is, I'm not going to shield the body slam because it's non-stab. It's a garbage move, non-stab. I don't need to shield it up. But the Mud Slap body slam pressure in a 2 shield matchup is just going to put on so much pressure anyways, that if you're going to just continue to lower their attack with Icy Wind, you might as well just shield up the first one here. Oh, get caught mid, but now you should be able to counter down and come out with some energy. Oh, not enough energy at that. And get slapped down. Yeah. Kind of tough there. Magcargo into Magcargo. So both of you staying in. Both of you going to throw a Rock Tomb here? Nope. Both of you going over here. What is happening? Are you banking energy? They do throw the Rock Tomb, which is super effective. Now you finally throw the... Why didn't you guys throw it immediately to lower your opponent's attack first? I don't think it matters too much, but... now losing CMP, shielding, but your attack's 2 times lower, so they're going to have a huge advantage here. Maybe you were worried about one of you catching, so you just kind of both played the game, but they double shield. So now just come Poliwrath, Forretress, that's fine. Neutral dynamic punches. Rock Tomb's resisted, so it's either a not hard-hitting Sand Tomb. Yeah, it's going to be a Sand Tomb. That's not going to hit very hard, so we don't really care about this. That is why Forretress is not amazing when Bug Bite is resisted. And now Magcargo. You have will be an answer, and Ferrothorn. Yeah, don't make your team extremely weak to Poliwrath in a meta where Poliwrath is everywhere. Coming to Magcargo and shielding to get the Rock Tomb off, wanting to take this out here. So that will take out, and the Incinerate down for the win. Cradily. So Bullet Seed, which means they are going to get to the Rock Tomb before you get to a move here, but they opted to go for the extra Bullet Seed, knowing that you are going to lower their attack here, but they'll live. And now getting to the first Rock Tomb, which will be super effective, and they should outpace... should they outpace you to the next one? Yeah, they do outpace you to the next one. So opting to shield here. I think you can go one more Incinerate and then a Rock Tomb. And that's what we're going to do. See if they want to shield this or just take the advantage. So, oh, does not even take out, but that one does register to take them out. Instant swap when we see a Swampert. So nice instant swap, being aware. Even if it's a Sludge, so be it. Nice instant swap, being aware not to go down there. And in the back is a Corviknight. So going to Dynamic Punch, and then we're going to have our Ludicolo on Swampert. That is why you have 2 answers for Magcargo's weaknesses in the back that you can just instant swap when you see one of them. Let this go, Incinerate down, Ludicolo sweep on the Swampert. Opting to throw the Rock Tomb. Instant swap to just Razor Leaf down, shield up a Sludge. Don't even get it off. That's why you don't leave 2 shields for your last Pokemon. Ludicolo. Razor Leafer will be neutral. Incinerate will be neutral. You will outpace to these moves significantly. So going for that Rock Tomb. This will not take out, but it will chip. Now they should get to a move here. Oh no. Yeah, there. They just get to it as you're getting to the move. So shielding up a potential Scald. It is their own Magcargo, so getting to the Rock Tomb, which will be super effective. And then we'll see if we win CMP on the next one here. Okay, I saw you. What the hell just happened there? I thought I saw you press the button, but you seem to have gotten an extra Incinerate through. But going to go back-to-back Rock Tombs here. And do lose CMP, but you know, you did grab the second shield and you have alignment with Poliwrath, so that's not any sort of bad scenario to be in. Ferrothorn in the back. You may want to just catch this. Or yeah, you may want to catch this. Power Whip landing and basically taking you out. Now coming in with your Razor Leafer into a... well, you know what? Sorry, this is kind of neutral-ish. Overheat will one-shot you, though, from this range. And it's... Oh, the simultaneous. The lowering of the attack, not allowing them to incinerate you down there. Jellicent, we've seen this. We don't really have an amazing answer. I mean, Ludicolo is a good answer, but we can't just come immediately there. So we have to stay in this matchup. We have to Shield Surf because that is double super effective. So getting to the first Rock Tomb. Let's see if it lands if you go back into the Poliwrath again. And that's exactly how we're going to play this matchup out again. Their attack is lowered. They are throwing. So be it. Shadow Ball lands. They eventually get into Steelix. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know why you get into a loaded Poliwrath with your Steelix and shield it. I guess you do have Thunder Fang, so that is super effective, and Psychic Fang. So I guess you do have a lot of answers, but coming in Magcargo, where it is super effective. Just going for the Rock Tomb. They're not going to shield, so I'm surprised you're just going for the Rock Tomb. Maybe just wanting to come out with energy, hoping they don't like crunch or just another breaking swipe. Yeah, yeah. Now you're in the red, and you're gonna have to instant swap so you don't get like sniped here. Okay, you have a little more health. You can probably just start throwing blindly. So there is the Rock Tomb. Are we gonna instant swap and save the next move? Yep, we are. So instant swap. Ferrothorn in the back. Terrible for Ludicolo. Razor Leaf double resisted on the steel and grass. You have really no play here. They do throw this, I was going to say super effective, but that is actually neutral Thunder. Resisted on the grass. Do get to an Ice Beam, which is neutral. And how much are they going to come out with? I assume they'll come out with at least another power up for you. You have to commit to the farm down here because you need a move coming out. And kind of just knowing they were going to snipe you, getting the Rock Tomb off, almost blindly knowing that they were going to snipe you, taking them down with Incinerate. That's just kind of like a feel one. You really don't have... There's a bit of luck to that and a bit of like skill because you need to Incinerate down. But if you get caught in an Incinerate, you may leave yourself vulnerable to a snipe by the Jellicent. So figuring that they were going to come in with the Jellicent, getting the Rock Tomb off, I don't know if that was a big brain move or just kind of lucky. Anyways, thanks for the submission. Yeah, Ludicolo, I hate using Razor Leafers. They're always so RPS, and they're even more RPS in a meta when half of the Pokemon are steel and half of them are water, right? So has either a ton of play or no play. Yeah, and Magcargo. Yeah, Magcargo. There's a couple Pokemon in this cup because Fossil Cup has been around like I was gonna say 100 times. It feels like 100 times. Fossil Cup has been around a lot, and there's kind of two. Someone mentioned how in the yesterday's, or I guess 2 days ago video now, how Lucario was like a unsung hero in season 19 Fossil Cup. And Magcargo is one of those as well. I think Magcargo and Lucario are two Pokemon that really kind of thrive in this cup. And it has been like that in the past, so it's not surprising that they are doing well here. But, you know, fire is weak to 2 of the 3 typings, water and rock. Not a lot of rock. The waters, there's a lot of waters, so you need to watch out for all of those, which is why you build with answers to water in the back. Anyways, thanks for watching. You're either going to get a second team this afternoon or you're going to get an event coverage. I might do the event coverage. There's an event coming up starting on Saturday. It's the last of the 3 that they put in one summer event, Phantom Runes. And it does start tomorrow. Yeah, it starts Saturday, June 14th, which is tomorrow. So that's probably going to be your afternoon video, just because, 1, it's easy to pump out, and 2, There are Pokemon, Scroopy, Duskull, Golett to a certain extent. There are Sableye. So there are Pokemon on this list that you will probably want to hunt. So between that, no one playing Ultra League and no one wanting 15 Fossil Cup videos this week, let's do an event coverage this afternoon, and then we'll do some more Fossil Cup this weekend. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.